How to replace a fan control module and a Focus XR5, ST225, or a Focus RS Mark II. It's becoming an increasingly common fault that we see where basically the fan just stays on all the time. You drive the car, you turn it off, fan's going. An hour later, fan's still going, and the fan doesn't stop until it completely drains your battery. If your problem is that your fan is not working or coming on at all, you can basically de-pin the fan. So take these two wires off the module, give just the fan 12 volt on earth, and the fan should boot up. If it doesn't, the fan itself is faulty. If you've got access to 4scan or IDS, you can do what's called a key on, engine off self-test, and that will actuate all the solenoids, including the fan, so you can test to see if it's working. This vehicle, fan's not working at all, even when we do that self-test. So we're going to give it 12 volts, and then we're going to check it like this. So there's two ways of doing this. You can take the airbox out, take the whole fan assembly out, take the shroud out, all as one unit. Or what we're going to do today, you can basically leave it all in situ. We're just going to unclip the fan shroud, unbolt the fan from it, and sneak it out that way. So passenger side of the vehicle, you've got your main fan connector here, which is normally clipped in, but the connector's broken there. And then down at the very bottom, you've actually got the fan module itself, and that's what we're going to get access to. So with this connector, just push down on the tab, pull the two halves apart like that. We're going to unbolt this boost pipe just to give ourselves a little bit more room. So you've got a hose clamp here, and then you've got two 10mm bolts there, one 10mm bolt there. So if you look at the top of the shroud, you'll see the wiring's clipped in at the top. Just unclip it and then follow it all the way down and unclip it from the rest. So on the fan, you've got 3 bolts, T25 ones, holding it to the shroud. 1, 2, and 3. You want to remove all 3 of those. Unclip this hose from the radiator shroud. You can either unclip it here, or this one's actually broken, so it just comes off like that. Now, on each side of the radiator, you've got these. You want to push the tab in, so it pushes under like that, and then push up like that. It won't come out all the way. You've got to go to the other side and do the other side next. Push it up as high as you can get it, and if you push on it, you'll just manage to squeeze it out like that. And that gives us a little bit of room here. Now you want to unclip the fan module. It's just these little tangs. So you unclip it like that, basically roll it out through there. Okay? You're going to push this out and through. Gently pull your fan through, taking care not to bash it on the radiator itself. And you've got to feed the module down the fan as well. So it is a bit tight doing it this way. Once you've got the module into the shroud, you can feed the wire through. And now bring the fan down and out. You pull the whole unit out like that. With the fan on the bench, now we're going to remove the wiring from it. So if you look here, there's a little tab there and a tab there. Just lift them up with this baby flat blade. So as you can see, you've got 2 wires, your black one and your white one. Make a note of which way round they are. And they're kind of crimped here slightly, but also soldered. So we'll start with the white one, lift it out of the slot, grab a pair of pliers, get underneath it, and basically just roll it back out that way. So you can see it's soldered. I'm using a gas-powered soldering iron. A plug-in-the-wall one will do just fine. I just find it easier to use a gas one. You want to get this thing as hot as you possibly can. So with soldering, the more heat, the better, so long as it's not so hot that you burn a component. But for something like this, this steel is going to sap a lot of the heat straight out. So you want to get it really, really super hot. You want to be able to put solder on it and it melts instantly. Add some solder on to help with the heat transfer. And then just start heating this thing up. If you want to add some more solder to aid with the heat transfer, that's even better. You really, really want to get it super, super hot. You can use a pair of pliers to help you. This thing isn't hot enough, so I'm going to come off. I'm going to add more solder for the heat transfer. If it starts to break away in little bits, don't worry, that's fine. Do the same on the other one. Just giving it 12 volts. Watch your fingers. Just give it a tap. There you go. We know that the fan definitely works. We've just put crocodile clips on the back and then just putting it on a battery down in here. Red wire is white. Browny purpley wire is black. They're already cut like that. So this one's going to go in here and this one's going to go in here. So we'll do this one first. You want to tin the wire, so basically put a load of solder on it. We're going to add some solder here just to make life a little bit easier for it. Check it's a good join. Cool, it is. And then roll it over. Wait till it's cooled down. Once it's cool, roll it over so that it was the same as it was before. Straighten this out and do the same thing for that one. Refit your clip, and now we can refit it back to the vehicle. Putting it back in, obviously opposite as before, feed the loom, get it up through there, and you're just going to work the whole thing back in. Once you've got it pretty much where you want it to be, push the shroud back up again. Do the same on the other side. And then you can pull the shroud fully down again. Refit your bolts. Clipping the module back in. These two bits here need to go into there. So you just want to angle it in. And then clips in like that. Feed the wiring back up to the top. Clipping it in around this mount. Refit the boost pipe. Clip the wiring back in here. And then you can loop this bit back around and plug the connector back in again.